Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? What is today? My bad, I'm like, what's today? Like, is today Tuesday? Okay, so yes, today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm standing up because I want to keep this short, and I figured if I stay standing, it'll be short. There's no guarantees to that. I'm just throwing it out there. So I wanted to talk about not arguing with God, right? And so some people may say it's the same thing as like not arguing with reality, right? Don't argue with reality. I am sharing this message because I have argued to the death, child. Reality will say this, I'm like, I'm going this way. Reality like, no, come right here. And I'm like, I'm going this way. Like, this is mere reality. But I'm just saying, no, but what I'm saying is what I'm gonna do is, no, but see if you just go this way. No, what I'm saying is, like, of course, this is me. So I just want to talk to y'all about arguing with reality and why it doesn't work, and which is the same thing as arguing with God, right? So let me give you an example of what that means. Agreement, right? In order for something to happen, right, there has to be an agreement, meaning both whatever entities involved have to agree. So if you go to apply for a job and you get the job, it works out, right? You applied, you want the job. They said, great, she's a great fit. We want her. That's agreement. I want the job, you want me, boom. Same thing in relationship. Girl meets boy. We hit it off great. I like you, you like me. I feel like we could be together. You do too. That's agreement. This works out. Okay, here's what it means to argue against reality or to argue with God. Girl meets boy, or boy meets girl. Y'all talking. Boy wants more. Girl like, I don't know. Or girl like, yeah, I do, but let's just. And you're steady trying to push and push and push for the relationship. But the girl is like, I think we should take our time. You may say something like, I want to see more of you. I feel like we don't talk as much. And she may feel like, I really can only give you this amount of time. I don't really want to talk that much. You see how the agreement is missing? You see how the commonality, the place of this works for both of us is missing? And when you keep trying to get your way, when the thing or the place, the object, whatever is showing you that it's not going to yield that, and you keep trying, you are arguing. You're arguing with what is. You're pushing against what is already showing you the thing is going to be, right? So I hope I'm making this clear. And I'm sharing this with you guys because the same thing is in life. Like, I know sometimes the biggest question is like, okay, do I let this go? Does this mean, like, if I'm experiencing resistance, does this mean I should let this go? Or does this mean I should try harder? And I feel like in those situations, you have to get really still and reflect on the situation to know which one. If this is something you love to do, say for instance, you may be a singer as myself, and you're like, yo, I don't know if I should let this go or if I should keep pushing. Well, Tia, look at the thousands of people who listen to your music. Look at all of the mail and the messages you've gotten for people whose lives have been changed, for people who've been inspired, for people who felt heard because of what you've done. When I look at all of the data, all of the comments, all of the likes, all of the shares, all of the streams, all of the views, all of the money, all of the bookings, all of the, I could come to a conclusion and say, I think I ought to give her a go. I think I should give it a little bit more push. But when you look at the situation, and say, for instance, the relationships is the easiest one to use, and you're talking to a person, but you're the one who's always concerned about the relationship. You're the one who's always trying to make it work. You're the one who wants to talk more, see each other more. You're the one. It's you. And when you find that it feels like you want this more than the other person does, you have to let it go. And letting go doesn't even necessarily mean you need to get out of the relationship. It means you need to let it be. And if this is not the level or the kind of relationship you want, then you let them know, like, hey, I love you or I like you, but I'm looking for something different. And so I think we should let this go so we both can find that. You know what I'm saying? You let it go. But a lot of times, because we're lazy and we don't want to have to find another person, or we don't want to have to find another career, or we don't want to have to find another sense of purpose when the other ones don't work, we apply pressure in those places to try to make it still work. Like, look, I don't want to get to know somebody else, so get it together. Be who I want you to be. Call me more. Love me more. Be here. Be trustworthy. Be all the things I know you're not, that you never were. Be everything opposite to why we argue, please, because I don't want to do my part. I don't want to accept that you're not the one. I don't want to accept that you're not going to change. I don't want to accept that this is how much you're willing to give to me. And so I'm just going to push. I feel like if I try harder, we can get there. We can get there. And I'm here to tell you no. You're arguing against what life is trying to show you it is. And you have to let it go. And a lot of times we don't let go because you're afraid. You're like, well, what if I don't find anything else? Or we think, well, what if there is something I can do? Like maybe it's me, you know? And this is what's funny too. It may be you. So say for instance, it is you. And you're like, well, I can change. No. It's not that it's not working because it's you, like you made a mistake. It's not working because it's you and you're not a match. You get what I'm saying? There can be so many parts to this. So I don't know if I'm so hyper that this doesn't make sense to you guys. It does to me. But I want to say simply in this last little stretch, hopefully I can make it very clear in a sentence. Listen, don't argue with life. It doesn't mean that you don't have to try. It doesn't mean that relationships don't take work. It doesn't mean that building a business doesn't take work. All those things take work. But you'll know that it's meant to work on it because it's meeting you. It has an agreement with you. You know you should still work on the business because it's something you want to do, because you're really good at it, because the reviews match it, because this can be life-changing for your family, all of that, right? You know you should still work on a relationship because you love them and you know they love you. You just have to learn how to communicate. You know, and the truth is, we low-key be knowing. You know it's not going to work. You know there's no agreement here, but you don't want to let it go because you want it to be, because what you want it to be. And we have to learn how to let go of what we want things to be so that we can see things as they are. Because the truth of the matter is, you're going to come to a lot of situations where you feel like, I wish someone would have just told me the truth, or you're going to act blindsided. But the truth is, you were never in a space to really even receive the truth because you only wanted to see what you wanted. You only wanted to hear what you wanted. You only wanted it to be what you wanted. And so you missed the whole person you were with. You missed everything that was happening because all you could see was what you wanted. And I'm sharing this because I've done that. Only seeing, laser focus, child, on what it was I wanted. And I missed so much stuff that was blatantly there saying, hey, wrong freaking way. Or, hey, this is not the person. This is not the thing. This is not it. I missed that. I missed it because I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to know the truth. I didn't want to know. I wanted the person to be it, right? I wanted this to work out. I wanted to be okay that you smack when you eat your food. But I'm not okay. I'm not okay, and it doesn't work for me. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Learn how to not argue with life and ask God. Like, I don't know what you believe, but you've got to ask outside of yourself. Like, God, help me to see and to agree with what is for me, with what's best for me. Because a lot of times the things that we're forcing or we're chasing, it's not even best for us. It's what we think is best. It's because we put it on a pedestal and we're saying, oh, if I could have that. But it really may be hollow, right? But I found that everything that I chased did not have in it what I thought it did. And so many things that was for me, that came to me, that offered itself to me, that I didn't have to fight for, I didn't have to try for, I didn't have to work for, I didn't have to push for. It was so full of goodness. It was so full of love. It was just right for me. I just thought that the best things in life I had to chase, fight, scratch, claw, prove. And that wasn't true. I just had to look around for where my agreement was. What wanted me back? Not what did I have to prove myself to, but what wanted me back? So that's my question to you. What wants you back? And why don't you want it? Right? Why is so many people's stories about who they want and that person don't want them? And then when they get that person don't treat them right, or that person don't treat them good. Because you value them more than they value you. You didn't put them on this high pedestal. You treating them like the queen of or the king of. So they're treating you like a fan. And you wonder why you can't live your best life there. Because you don't have agreement. You just have something you chase down. Agreement is something that will meet you. An agreement is something that's available to you as you are. It does not need you to be anything else. Don't you want that? I know I do. But I found that a lot of times we're not attracted to the things that want us. Why aren't you? That's another question. So I know I didn't give y'all a million questions, and hopefully I wasn't talking too fast. And most importantly, I hope you get what I'm saying. Don't argue with God anymore. If you find yourself steady in and out of a relationship, y'all steady on and off, you don't have agreement there. God is saying, that's not me. I don't co-sign for that. It doesn't have my agreement. That's why I can't, it won't be sustained. You get what I'm saying? You find yourself just trying to keep friends or trying to keep people around or doing the most to keep something going, doing the most to keep you trying to come up with conversations so that they don't run out so you can keep the person on the phone. You're doing most of the work and you're doing most of the lifting. You don't have agreement. I found that when people want to be with you, in the space with you, whether friendship or intimate, y'all could be doing absolutely nothing. And they are quite all right. And yet, we've been out here doing the most. You've been out here doing the most. And you still only get a little, if that, from the thing you've been chasing. Don't do that. So I love y'all. This was today's talk. What do you feel like you've been struggling to accept, or you've been struggling to agree with life on? What is it asking you to let go? What is it asking you to embrace and to accept? What is it that you're chasing? What's trying to meet you where you are? I don't know. I hope you find it. Okay? I love y'all. I'm out here. Peace. Okay, I'm just gonna go.